All right, it's my first time doing a video like this, but something I came across. I tried a few different things like this. Unfortunately, I'm the Charlie Brown type head. What do you want me to do? My name's Rob Friedman, and you know, the side habit I have is I fly kites, and I'll get into that in a minute. But the problem currently is cloth masks are really cool. You can wash them, you can reuse them. They look better as opposed to the paper ones that have a tendency to, break at the bottom, which mine do. I've had a few of these here, like this. You know, this comes off. These have longer threads, and some of them have metal and some don't. But it's just an issue with them. So anyway, the cloth ones are, I think they're cool, but there's a problem. Not everybody is the average size head, and the problem with me, and my problem, and also with people who wear these for a long time, is you put them on your ear like this, and if you notice, your ears get bent, and before you know it, it falls off. And that's a big headache because they're designed for people slightly smaller. I am the Charlie Brown type. So I've tried things like these these things, which are some kind of a plastic item where you hook it in and hook it in, and it works, but only if it's flat up on your neck. Because the minute you try to do it, if it's not on your neck, it pops open. And this is $8, and it's going back to Amazon. It sucks. I looked at a bunch from some are too thick, some whatever. I decided to think back for a second. My hobby before I said is kites, and I have these. No, it's not for my hair. At least not yet. It has to get a little bit longer. And the reason I have these is because some kites, at the end of the sail, they have, this on the out, and then the rod, which will have a cut, will go into here, and it holds the kite. And these are bigger kites. I was thinking there had to be a way to use this, so I figured it out the other night, and this is pretty cool. And basically, you take two of these little scrunchy things. That's all they are. These are cheap ass things you buy in. Your daughter probably has them. Your wife might have them. Something, whatever. They're cheap. Small versions. You don't need long. This depends on what you want, comfort size. Anyway, I happen to have these around. So you put it through. Basically, you put a loop through a loop like that. And of course, it ties on like that and gets longer. And you do the same for this side, right? And then you have two longer loops. Now, no, I'm not asking you to put these around your ear because these are tight. These are much tighter than the elastic. But what they have given you is extra length. And, this one unfortunately didn't end up dead center, which is obviously where it should really be, but it'll work for our purpose right now. Now, the problem is, how do you tie it on? Old trick with kites. You take what's called a lark's head knot, which most kite lines, if you've ever had a kite line, they end in a loop. And people think, oh, that's where a hook goes. The idea is where the knot is, your other line, the other loop, would go behind that loop and lock onto the knot. That's what it's for. This way it's a solid connection. So you make what's called a lark's head with the loop, which is really simple. Watch, you take your fingers, put it through here, and you go like that and like that. And there's your opening right through there. And you take the other guy and you put it through there just a little. Remember, this is elastic, it'll work. And you just tighten this up. And I'm going to show you this. And I did it before, and hopefully you won't F up on me again. And you tighten that. So now this is tight, and that is tight. And now you have a complete loop around, and you can take your mask, and there's a white part supposed to go inside. Never really works well for me. It'll actually stretch over my head, behind my neck, and I now have no pressure on my ears, and boom. And it's tight on my face if you want it. You can make it looser, whatever you want to do. It's just a way to extend it, for us, unfortunately, people who don't have small heads or small schnozzes, which I've never had, and I'm very proud of it. But if you notice, it's not going over the ear. It's going around the neck, right here. This is just a loop. This is just a loop going through a knot. That's all it is. If you loosen that knot, pull it apart, you're back up at square one. Something to do, something to try. I figured I came up, this costs bupkis compared to buying these extender things, which if I can never open this, I'll show you what the problem was. See, they make it so you can't even get them out. This idea is a cool idea. It's a really nice idea. The problem is the execution is shit. See this? I'm going to illustrate it with one of my things here. We'll take one of these. These are supposed to go up against your back, and you hook onto here, and oh wait, that's right. You hook onto here, and oh, look at that. If it's on flat, it might hold better. You know, if it's on flat, but it will still, this plastic still bends. That's the problem. This works, and the cost is bupkis. I hope that can help you. Enjoy it. This is actually the very first YouTube or instruction video I've ever done. Why? I don't know. Only because I had this, and I'm sure I'm not the only person with a larger head. I know of one person. I'm going to say his name. He'll understand. Buttercup. You might have the similar problem. I'm not going to say who it is. People who know who I'm talking about. So, have a nice time. Enjoy. Stay very safe, and don't believe that you can go everywhere now without a mask. If you do, you know, forget it. It's, you know, you're looking for trouble. You're looking for trouble. You really want trouble, you know, go to another state, and, you know, don't put a leash on your dog and things like. I mean, really, you know, this is New York. Let's not, excuse my language. Let's not fuck around. Let's do it the right way. Okay. Bye, guys.